This week, Mel explores her magical new home base, the small mountain city of Dharamshala. But the first challenge is actually getting there.
It's a bit of a traffic jam. I think my driver is getting a little impatient. He's just left the car again. So I've arrived to Daramshala. I'm in the taxi and it's a bit of a traffic jam because it's Sunday. I think my driver is getting a little impatient. He's just left the car. He's gone to figure it out. While I'm waiting though, why don't I just say that already I can feel the air is cooler here. It was 25 degrees down at the airport. We've already gone up in elevation quite a bit. The roads are really like switchbacky all the way up. It just feels so nice and refreshing compared to the humidity and heat in Delhi. So not only is it a holiday, but there's also several large trucks on the road that don't have permits to be on these roads. They're narrow, mountain, winding roads, and I'm even amazed that some of these big trucks, like we're talking the size of a dump truck, fitting on these, and they're just causing these massive traffic jams. You can probably hear the chaos outside. It's all part of the adventure of getting to my yoga retreat. Eventually, I made it to the yoga school and to my room where I unpacked and will be spending the next 4 weeks learning how to become a yoga teacher. All right, I've made it to Dharamshala. Why don't I show you my room? Come on in. Here's the bed, and I've brought that to hang my yoga mat. This was here, the wardrobe to hang my clothes. Of course, there's my suitcases. On this side, I have my desk. Some of my toiletries are here as well, because in the bathroom, that's the only bit of kind of surface area to put stuff, which is on the sink. So there's toilet. You might be wondering what the bucket is about, and I'll get to that in a second. The shower head. And the hot water heater. The bathrooms here are very different compared to at home. As you can see, the shower head is right next to the toilet. There's no shower curtain. And so what you do is you shower, you get water all over the place, and then there's this massive squeegee with a long handle that you use to wipe the floor. Now the bucket, you ask. The bucket is for doing either sponge bathing, or the little pink handled one that's inside the big bucket is to act as like a little bit of a handheld bidet. My toilet luckily has a built-in bidet, and let me show you quickly how that works. So you can see right down here, there's this turny knob, and if I turn that, you can see water in the toilet. It's surprisingly accurate. Of course though, I also have toilet paper because that's just what I'm used to. One of the things I am really happy I brought though are command hooks. Going back to our RV days, I brought some of those. I can hang my face cloth here and my shampoo and conditioner. Those have been so helpful. And you might also be wondering about this hot water heater up here. So anytime I want to take a shower, I flip the switch and you can see the light turned on and it starts heating. So I let it heat for about 20 to 30 minutes and then I can use very hot water actually. I get about probably 10 to 15 minutes of hot shower water out of that, and that's enough. So we're in a new destination here in India, which means time for a new water test. So I'm just gonna grab a bit of the tap water. Dippy dippy. Here we are. So water quality in Dharamshala. Whoa, pH is quite acidic. It's 6. That's really different from Delhi. Delhi was 8. Water hardness, it's very hard water. And my hair is definitely noticing it. Iron, 0. Copper, 0. Lead, somewhere between 0 and 15, which are both in the green zone anyway. Chlorine, 0. Free chlorine, also 0. And total alkalinity, 0, which is not in the green zone, interestingly. See that? So those are the results. Since I'm gonna be here for an entire month, I'm also going to run a bacteria test. Place it in a room with a temperature range between 68 Fahrenheit and 90 Fahrenheit, which is what we're at. And after 48 hours of incubation time, observe the color of the sample. If it turns green, it's highly likely that there are harmful bacteria present. So we'll see. My hope is that this actually changes green just so that I can test my life straw bottle to know if it will actually filter it out, because that's why I have the second test. All right, it is the morning of day 5 here in Dharamshala. And this morning we are going to see a waterfall. I'm still being really quiet because it's morning. It's really early, and we're supposed to be really quiet. Like, it's time to meditate. It's time to reflect on ourselves. And so we're gonna go and meditate by the waterfall. Come with me.
With Mel gone, there's lots of harvesting to do. It's gonna rain later today, so I wanna get any tomato that looks like it's almost ready. Otherwise, the rain can make them split. Got our local spider keeping watch for us here. These are not 100% vine ripened yet, but if you don't harvest them soon enough, they end up like this one, and they get split, and you have to throw them away. So now I'll just add these to the ones that are already ripening, just a few. And then when they're ripe, they go in the fridge. And then I think I'm gonna have to make some tomato sauce because we have a lot of tomatoes. Now I'm checking for ground cherries that are ready. I don't really like them, but Mel has a friend at work that does, so I'm gonna collect them for her. Oh, there's one. Looks like we might end up with some late season raspberries too. Maybe even a couple strawberries if the slugs don't get them. It's my first Sunday off, and I get to have a break and actually get out and explore the town a little bit. So why don't you come with me? We'll go see what Bagsu looks like. Bagsu is a hamlet, which is the sister hamlet to Makloganj, which is where the Dalai Lama lives. I will hopefully be able to have a chance to take you down to that area one day, but not today. So we'll start with the immediate area around where I am staying. So one of the interesting things here is that there's all these shortcuts, little pathways to bypass the winding road and get up the mountain faster, but they're not always well labeled, so knowing which ones to take and even just noticing them can be a challenge. These are the stairs going down one of the shortcuts. There's lots of dogs that wander around. They all seem pretty friendly so far. And they're so cute and little. Everywhere you walk here, you can hear the creek that's beside me here under all these driveways. And now it's time for the big walk back up. So one of the first things I heard about when I got here and met some of my classmates was Bagsu cake. It's a dessert. Looks very much like a square, kind of like a millionaire's bar. There it is. I've already taken a bite because it's just that good. And this delicious thing is Bagsu cake. It's an absolute must try when you come. Comes in 3 flavors: chocolate, white chocolate, and peanut butter. And I think you can guess which one I got. I'm still going up, and it's about 1.5 kilometers straight up, which is kind of like doing Thacker Mountain, which I do every week. Oh my gosh, here comes a beautiful bird. Oh, look at that.
That was a refreshing walk first thing this morning. Now I'm going to join some of my classmates and we're going to go for brunch and more baksu cake. All right, so here it is, the shawl that I got today. It's made from yak wool. It's really warm and I absolutely love the pattern. It's also reversible, so if I'm feeling spicy, I can wear the red or a little more calming with the blue. It's nice and big. Everyone here is wearing them. I absolutely love it. Okay, it's been 2 days. Water bacteria test is still very yellow. So I'm just gonna trust that my Life Straw bottle works for now. Just because this is negative, it does not mean that I would trust the water 100% anyways. These tests do not test for things like parasites, like Giardia. So I am definitely using my bottle for that. And I haven't gotten sick yet. And I don't think anyone else actually in the program has gotten sick either, come to think of it. So I think we're good. More crazy electrical wires. You can see just how narrow the roads are here. Just enough room for one.
Make sure you don't miss the next video by liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications.
Oh, and don't forget to check out our website and sign up for our weekly email blast.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.